think it's been re-released quite a few times. It's become a hit quite a few times. You've had, these artists on X Factor or whatever musical program singing "Everybody's Free." Boots using it for one of their, adverts. Kylie Minogue even did it for her Christmas album a few years ago.
Everybody's free to feel good.
Did you meet Kylie? How did that come about? She obviously had to ask your permission to sing it.
She probably got permission from Peer Music, the publishers, so not from me. But I just heard it, and I just heard Kylie's doing "Everybody's Free," and I was like so chuffed.
Yeah,
because she's a big name. She's Kylie. I mean, come on,
And what
amazing.
what did you think of her version?
I loved it. I love all the versions because, like I say, everybody puts a different spin on it. Vocals are different. Keeps the song profile raised, and one of the things. I mean, when it was COVID, I think, and things started to open up. I think it was, what's this dance show? Come Dancing or something like that. I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah, maybe
Strictly Come Dancing, exactly. And the band played Everybody's Free as the first ever.
I remember.
Do you remember? And
I do.
I mean,
I think it was the group dance.
That's it.
It was a group dance, and everyone just went mad. And they were
Yes.
spinning around.
and I'm sitting
I
at home and I'm
remember.
watching. I'm going, oh, this is amazing, amazing.
Strictly
So
Come
the next
Dancing.
day in the Sunday Times or some newspaper, it said like this TV program. So what's it called again? I forget.
Strictly Come Dancing.
Strictly Come Dancing, duh. And and next day in the newspaper, they're like, and they played Rozalla's rendition of Rozalla's "Everybody's Free to Feel Good." So I'm like, and I got a mention,
Oh my God.
So, but it's things like that has.
Would you
kept-
not go on to perform on Strictly? Would they
If
not
they
ask
asked
you?
me, I would in a heartbeat.
Really?
In a heartbeat.
Oh my God, go
I would
on this-
love to.
Can't you go on the series?
Send them this and let
I'm
them know
going
and get back to me.
We're going to put it on there.
Put it on, put it on.
Do you dance yourself?
Oh my gosh, they can teach me.
I'd love to see Rozalla on Strictly.
Oh
I
my
think
gosh,
you'd be amazing.
You've started something.
Performing,
Put it out there.
performing and dancing.
Manifesting,
Way.
manifesting.
Manifesting, manifesting.
Yes.
So, in terms of the actual track, did you write the lyrics and the melody, or how did it come about?
What happened was Tim and Nigel, who were known as a band of gypsies in the early 90s, they co-wrote and did this whole Everybody's Free album together with me. I'd go into the studio, and when it comes to Everybody's Free, my memory of it was I got into the studio and Nigel's like, I've got, this melody and this idea, and Tim was the guy that would put the music down. So Nigel's like, going to the booth and start singing this line, Everybody's Free to Feel Good, and just make up ideas. And
Yeah.
so I was singing it in whatever way, and he was throwing ideas at me as well. And until we came up with everybody's free to feel good, everybody's free to feel good. And he's like, right, I think we got the chorus, just sing it over and over and over. And we got the chorus, and Nigel's like, right, let me write the verses to it now and make a story. And all I remember saying to the guys at the time was, I just want lyrics that are positive, that are, people feel good about it, that want to lift up their hands in the air. So when you listen to the whole Everybody's Free album, all those songs on there are positive.
Yeah, really good. So it was like an early 90s track.
Early
How do you
90s.
feel about that? Because it was the start of the rave scene,
Yeah.
89, and how do you feel like you were right at the beginning of it all?
Amazing. I mean, the next day when Everybody's Free became a hit,
Was it number one immediately? When
No,
came
it
out?
didn't. It didn't. We first released Faith and the Power of Love, that went top 75, and then we released Everybody's Free, and then the rest is history. Then we re-released Faith, and then that went top 20. Released Are You Ready to Fly, that went also top 20, and so those are my three biggest hits to date. Just magical.
So do you still get royalties from Everybody's Free?
Yes, I still get royalties, but I still have to work because the bills don't stop coming in. But yeah, I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I get,
Well-
as a singer, I get what they call mechanical royalties.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that was a real career platform for you,
Oh,
that
that is-
song. I mean,
that-
it changed your life, right?
It changed my life. That is, as you know, that's my passport.
Yeah.
That's my passport. And, Everybody's Free to Feel Good is 34 years old
Wow.
this year. And I'm still going out and singing it to fans probably who weren't even born when it was
Yeah,
released.
absolutely.
And they singing it. And the strange thing about it is when Everybody's Free to Feel Good first came out, because
Because
the
I was like
chorus,
17, 18,
there you baby, and
Yeah.
the chorus is so catchy, and they'd sing Everybody's Free to Feel Good repetitively, and now they sing in the verses. They know the verses, and So I just hand the microphone and take it off.
Your job is done.
My job is done.
Your job is done.
Yeah, it's
Oh my
honestly
God.
amazing.
And do people recognise you, like at airports or wherever you go? Because obviously you had that massive level of fame in the 90s.
You know what? Not really, not as they once did in the early 90s.
Yeah.
And I can only think it's because back in the day we had these musical programs, videos, you know, were king
Yeah.
and queen.
Were you like on top of the pops?
Top
like
of the
loads?
pops, loads. I had the fortune
Oh.
of doing top of the pops, I think about eight to nine times.
Wow.
So people would recognize me on the underground or the bus stops.
Would they?
Back then.
You were living in London then?
Living in London at the time, but now I hardly get recognized. One or two people will recognize me, and it really throws me, and I want to run because it shocks me, you know. So don't do that to me. Just leave me alone. But yeah, it's very flattering.
Do you think you were prepared for that level of fame at such a young age? How old were you when?
I was 26.
Yes, that's really young.
I was 26, and you know, remember I came and I searched to do this all my life from Africa. I was born in Zambia, grew up in Zimbabwe,
Wow.
and all I ever wanted to do was to be an international singer. So my dream came true.
Oh my goodness. And
Yeah.
what's been the kind of highs and the lows of fame for you? What's been?
Oh my goodness, there's so many, but the ones that come to mind is I was signed to, at the time, the biggest label in the world, Sony.
Oh, okay.
Out of Sony, I got to support Michael Jackson on his 1992. Exactly. I mean top. He was, in my opinion, the biggest star in the world at that time. So I supported him. Yeah, I supported him for 3.5 months on his European leg of his tour, and that was incredible. And then I went on to record my album with Sony. The album's called Look No Further. I mean, it was just all on a high. And then the next thing, I was dropped from the label. Yeah, because so many different reasons, but one of them was the album wasn't selling enough. And then one of the labels, I think it was in Germany or whatever, they were like, well, that's BS because we've already sold like 50,000 albums, or I don't know what was good, I don't know. But that was a low point because then I just thought, is that the end of my career? And for a while afterwards, you know, I was still doing the club dates, which I'm still doing now, thank you God. And then the boy bands and the girl bands started having their time, which was amazing. And me coming from doing anywhere between 4 to 5 to 6 club dates per week, keeping in mind that's how I earned my living, had a mortgage to pay, blah blah blah. Everything just kind of like stopped, dropped from the label. I was getting maybe one gig in a period of over 2 months, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, it's over. And so it was a scary time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But financially, did that have a massive impact on you?
It did, but fortunately I had good accountants that were like, don't put all your eggs in one basket, put your eggs in different baskets and save. And so I had something going for my mortgage, but I thought if I have to work, I'm not afraid of working. If I have to go into and pack shelves and then I was going to do that. But you know, my agents at the time, and there were always people that believed in me, even till today, were like, don't worry, it's just a fashion. Like everything, if fashion comes and goes, just hold tight. They kept me going. But then when I think about it, at that time I also met who is now my husband, and we started dating. And I think to myself, had we met when it was I was traveling like mad, we wouldn't have had the chance to get to know each other.
Yeah.
So everything happens for a reason.
Yeah. And so who was the label that who rescued you after that time?
It was my agents and my passion to want to keep doing what I'm doing. And there were still so many people that believed in me. Tim and Nigel still believed in me. There was a label that wanted to get me back into the studio. Let's just keep writing stuff and, you know, doing whatever. In that time, I thought, if this is going to drive for me, I took up a course as a beauty therapist with the mind that I could open up my beauty salon one day and still keep a roof over my head and food on the table, because I'm not going to find myself up a wall and like, where do I go to? I wasn't going to do that. And then also my husband at the time, he said to me, look, if it all ended for you, would that be the worst thing? Because you got to ask yourself, what's the most important thing to you in your life? And I'm like, well, the most important thing to me in my life is knowing my family and my friends are well and they're healthy. That's everything.
That's the main thing,
That's
right?
everything.
So that's like your biggest life lesson after everything that happened to you.
Yeah, absolutely. So you know what?
Because you realise that anybody at any time can just be
That's everything.
yesterday's